Hello and welcome back to another episode. Now today I want to share with you something very special which arrived in the post yesterday. This is actually from a friend of mine who's been keeping an eye out for this. It is the Star Wars Elite Series die-cast model of the wonderful Rey from Star Wars The Force Awakens. She comes complete with a blaster that Han gives her, backpack, lightsaber, quarterstaff, and of course BB-8. And it's just a superb model of Rey. She's wonderfully detailed and she actually looks like Daisy Ridley. And short of getting a £150, maybe even £300 figure that looks like her, this I think is probably the next best thing. I could not be more pleased with this. This is a Disney Store exclusive, and actually in this instance, even though our local Disney Store was actually sold out, my friend was able to get me one because it was surplus on an order. So thank you to my friend. I won't name them so they don't get in trouble. Now I'm going to open this. It might get a bit messy, so I might just have to skip or fast forward. Let's have a look. Okay, so let's get stuck in, shall we? First of all, we have BB-8. Now he is wonderful. He is incredibly well weighted. He is also a die-cast model made out of metal, so he's quite heavy. He is bottom heavy, so he stands up, and also actually his head turns. It's a superb little version of BB-8. In fact, my lovely wife was balancing him on her boobs on the sofa last night. He's very, very well weighted, and I like him a lot, although he doesn't seem to want to stand up today. Oh, come on, man, stand up for us. Oh, I see, you're ashamed. It's okay, it's fine. You didn't do anything I wouldn't do. So BB-8 looks wonderful, but the real star of the show in this instance is Rey. I mean, we did have to take off a lot of restraints from the figure. She comes extremely well packaged, as it were, but she looks magnificent. On the back of her figure, you can see where they have used screws to screw her together, and she is superb. Her left hand is in a trigger position, her right hand in a grabbing position, and she is really rather posable actually. I'll just put this down here for a second. So ankles move, for example, the knee is jointed, elbows jointed, shoulders jointed, the hand on this side at least rotates. It is a superb version and a superb figure to have. Oh, and she stands up on here, ironically, because she doesn't stand on her stand that she comes with. Alright, let's put her down here for a second. She does have a lightsaber. Slight spoilers if you haven't seen the film yet, but here is Luke Skywalker and Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber. She comes with that, which is a superb addition because even the Black Series edition of Rey doesn't come with that. Here's the blaster which Han gives her. Let me just hold it in a slightly different position. The blaster there fits in her hand wonderfully. She has a backpack, which is again seen in the movie, but this it doesn't actually go on her back. I haven't looked at it too closely in terms of. No, it doesn't. No, the straps don't come off the bottom. They're securely fastened. So actually, this won't go over her shoulders and on her back. This is probably just to be off to one side in this particular diorama, but it does look very good. And let's see, we have. I can take it out without snapping it. Just a second. Ooh, there we go. Oh, there you go, BB-8, doing a very good job of still balancing. We have Rey's quarterstaff. Again, looks quite good over her shoulder. Now, this whole thing comes in the back. You can see the stand on which it's meant to go. And let me just pop this out. Okay, so there we go. So the stand on which she's meant to go. And unfortunately, from my experience last night when I first unpacked her, she's got a bit of a problem, and that is that yes, her right foot will go onto the plug on the stand quite nicely, and there you go, but she wasn't standing up yesterday, but she is standing up today. Well, I'm not going to complain. She had a tendency, because she's made out of die-cast metal, even though, I mean, like, her clothes are made of this sort of rubbery substance, at least the over shawl is, she's a bit top-heavy, as it were, so she kept on falling over on her ankle, but I'm happy that she's standing up today. So let's give her her blaster, shall we? There we go, looking quite good. Make sure her foot's nice and flat, and she'll put a quarterstaff over her shoulder. Yeah. Let's see how that looks. That's not too bad at all. And there's a lightsaber. Shall we risk it? Feels a little bit like I'm playing Buckaroo. When will she fall over? So I'm gonna have to try and, I think, make it so that I'm more confident that she's not just going to topple, because it would be a real shame if the blaster with the lightsaber or any part of this model was to be damaged by her falling. But I think she looks absolutely magnificent, and I couldn't be more pleased with it, especially considering I basically got this for naught from my good friend. So thank you so much to my friend, and yeah, Rey and BB-8. This is precisely the figure that I wanted. The Black Series figure doesn't capture her whole character from the film, and neither actually do some of the iterations of her. Like the Lego model of her on a speeder, that's quite cool, but this is what I wanted from a Rey figure. And as I say, short of going really upmarket, really up to the £100 sort of range, this is it. Looks like Daisy Ridley, nicely posable. All the stuff looks good, and BB-8, sorry, is just magnificent. Just love him. But for some reason, he doesn't want to back. Maybe there's a dimple in the wood that he's done. Doesn't want to quite stand up properly. There we go. So there you go, guys. That's the Elite Series Rey from Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I love it almost as much as I love this character here. Rey is a magnificent character, and if you haven't seen the film yet, you really need to go and see it. Anyway, guys, as ever, until next time, do take care. Bye bye.